Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we are so fortunate to have His Grace Nilagovinda Prabhu from Memphis, Tennessee, and Prabhuji will enlighten us on today's very special day of Krishna Janmashtami and Bhagavad Gita verse, I think 1.32. So Prabhuji, please take over the call now. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So what we will do is we will recite a shloka from Bhagavatam and then we'll discuss. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirati Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistike. This is from Canto 2, Chapter 8, Shloka number 24. 23. This chapter is questioned by King Parikshit Maharaj. Very beautiful chapter. Yatatmatantra Bhagavan Vikridati Atma Mayaya Visrijjava Yatamayam Udaste Saksvivad Vibhu Yatatma Tantro Bhagavan Vikridati Atma Mayaya Visrajava Yatamayam Udaste Sakshivad Vibhu. Translation purport given by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: The independent personality of Godhead enjoys his pastimes by his internal potency, and at the time of annihilation gives them up to the external potency, and he remains a witness to it all. The independent personality of Godhead enjoys his pastimes by his internal potency, and at the time of annihilation gives them up to the external potency, and he remains a witness of it all. Purport: Lord Sri Krishna, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead and fountainhead of all other incarnations, is the only independent person. He enjoys his pastimes by creation as he desires and gives them up to the external energy at the time of annihilation. I'll read this again. He enjoys his pastimes by creation as he desires and gives them up to the external energy at the time of annihilation. By his internal potency only, he kills the demon Putana, even though enjoys his pastimes in the laptop of his mother Yashoda. And when he desires to leave this world, he creates the pastimes of killing his own family members, Yadukula, and remains unaffected by such annihilation. He is a witness of everything that is happening, and yet he has nothing to do with anything. He is independent in every respect. Maharaj Parikshit desired to know more perfectly for a pure devotee out to know well. Maharaj Parikshit desired to know more perfectly for a pure devotee out to know well. I'll read these lines again. By his internal potency only he kills the demon Putana, even though enjoying his pastimes in the lap of his mother Yashoda. And when he desires to leave this world, he creates the pastimes of killing his own family members and remains unaffected by such annihilation. He is a witness of everything that is happening, and yet he has nothing to do with anything. He is independent in every respect. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chaksharanminitam mena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam mena Bhutale Swayam Rupaka Dhammayam Tadati Swapadantikam. Andeham Shri Gurum Shri Utapadakamalaam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Shah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनतारिणम् Hare Krishna. Today is Janmashtami, very auspicious day. The Lord descended on this day. As the Lord is independent, his pastimes, his pastimes of creation something, of creating something, or his pastimes of enjoying something, or his pastimes of connecting with his devotees and then relation, or his pastimes of annihilating this manifestation. They are all they're all divya, they're all transcendental. Because the Lord, when He does it, He does with complete independence. He doesn't do anything which has some bounds. Whatever He does, there's no bound to it. That means one cannot put a limit to it. And also, He's aloof from all of these things. He comes, He doesn't come. He stays, He doesn't stay. He runs, He doesn't run. He eats, He doesn't eat. He sleeps, He doesn't sleep. So everything is on the absolute plane for him. Because he is the independent Supreme Personality. Prabhupada is mentioning independent Supreme Personality of Godhead enjoys his pastimes by his internal potency, and at the time of annihilation gives them up to the external potency. What is this internal potency? Internal potency is the place which is the Antarangika Shakti, internal energy. There is Bahirangika, there is Antarangika. Bahirangika is external. Both are his energies. Internal energy is energy, external energy is also his energy. He created them and he is aloof from them. That means he desires, that is his desire to descend. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came through the desire of Advaitacharya. And Advaitacharya is profusely praying out to the Lord that, my dear Lord, please come. Please come and then help all of us in this world. I cannot do this. You do this. Please, my dear Lord, please do this. Please help. Now, this is what Lord is aspiring. Now, the Lord is ready to come and then help us so that we are out of this. What is out of this? Out of this materialistic propensity, our bhavasagar. We are out of this. So Lord shows ways and means to come out. And today is that day where He's helping us to take His shelter more through the process of Shravana, through the process of association. He's helping us to connect more, to call Him out profusely. Just like a child is calling out his mother. Prabhupada uses this example. Just like a child is calling out the mother, one should actually cry out when we chant the Hare Krishna. Because that He's an independent personality of Godhead. He can come by His will. No, He comes when He's pleased. No, He comes every day. Now today is the day where we really feel, where we understand, okay, yes, He is definitely He's coming, He's descending. Janmashtami. He is ready to help His devotees. He's helping everyone in this world, but He has special favor to His devotees. Bhakto sime saka chete rahasyametam uttama. No, Arjuna, I am telling you this because you are my devotee, you are my friend. I have a relationship with you, that's why I'm telling you. That means he has a special favor to his devotee, that's natural. A child will have, a mother will have special favor towards his child. And there might be so many children in this world, but the child is her property. Because she has a relationship with that child. Likewise, Lord, He's taking care of millions of billions of billions of trillions of people. Not just people, even ants, animals, birds, beasts, aquatics, so many living entities. 8,400,000 species, He's taking care of them, all of them. He's taking care of all of them. But He has a special favor to His devotees. His partial. No, that is His love. Even though we might not realize that, but He has special favor towards His devotees. Very, very important. He has special favor towards His devotees. That's why he's called as Bhaktavatsala. He descends for his devotees. Now, these are the times he is assuring his devotees that Baba, I'm there, don't worry. You just practice. Just continue the process of Krishna consciousness. Just cultivate asakti, interest towards me. Just remember me. Just know me. That's what he's telling. Now, through his independence, he's killing Putana. Through his independence, he's relishing the presence of Mother Yashoda. He's seeing her devotion, and through her devotion, he's happy. Unlimited devotion. And then, for that reason, he wants to come as Lord Chaitanya. He wants to experience that. The happiness in which the devotee, the happiness through which the devotee is, whatever happiness devotee is reciprocating, he wants to experience that. So the Lord is independent. He comes in various ways and means. You know how many incarnations Lord has taken? Unlimited. We don't know. There's no number. Bhagavatam gives certain incarnations, but there's so many things outside that. Prabhupada says, just like there are waves in the ocean, Lord will descend in that many forms. That means we cannot perceive. How can we perceive? Can we count how many waves the ocean will give? No, we cannot. Unlimited waves. Likewise, Lord will descend in unlimited forms. Now, this descending is special to the devotees. Bhagavatam also says Lord descends in aquatics also, in animals also. He descends. We don't know. He's doing so many works in the background just to pull everyone. Now, he sends his pure souls from the spiritual world so that those pure souls will come and then help us. And tomorrow is appearance day of Srila Prabhupada. Now, if he didn't come, then we had no idea who Krishna is. No idea. We might have just celebrated this as a festival in all the festivals which we celebrate in India. It's like another festive day. But Srila Prabhupada and the Acharyas, pure souls, they actually help us to realize the importance of these days. Otherwise, there's no way to know Krishna. The only way to know Krishna through these words of these acharyas. He says, and when he desires to leave this world, he creates the passions of killing his own family members. Now that is also Divya. The Yadukula was completely wiped off around the time when Krishna is leaving this world. Completely wiped off. That is also Divya, transcendental. There are millions of people who got died on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. It's Divya because it happened in front of Krishna. It's Divya. Krishna wanted to reestablish Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Jnanirvoti Bharata Abhyuttana Dharmasya Tadatmanam Sujamyaham. Krishna wants to reestablish that dharma, that yes, the dharma has to be reestablished. So Krishna ensures that that thing is happening at that moment. So the Lord is readily available, dear devotees. But the only thing is we have to cultivate that consciousness, that desire. We should cultivate that desire. Yes, I should do this. Otherwise, the festival will come next year also. Next year also. Lord is readily available. The only thing is from our side. What are we doing? That is what matters. Bhava Grahi Janarda is seeing our bhava, our consciousness. Now, Putana came to kill Krishna. She smeared poison around her chest. She smeared. And then now she is feeding the milk to Krishna. No, she came with bad intention only. But through the association of the Lord, somehow she felt that Krishna is my child. Somehow she got that desire. Now, internally, her consciousness might be incorrect. Her intention is incorrect to kill the Lord. But somehow, through his presence, she felt that he's my child. Let me feed him my milk. That's what he's doing. That's what she is. That's what she is doing. He's my son. No, she forgets. For that moment, she forgets everything. No, Krishna catches that. Krishna catches that and then fulfills that desire. That kind of a person is the Lord. Now, if we do not have any desire, then what he will catch? What does he catch? So we need to have that deep desires, dear devotees. Putana aspired for that. He is my child. Krishna is my son. That moment of affection, that yes, 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 that moment of devotion towards the Lord, devotional service, she felt that yes, I should. Krishna was so happy with that. He reciprocated. Now, how is that reciprocation? He killed her up and then gave her the greatest place in the spiritual world, like a mother. He immediately killed her up. This is Krishna. He'll find ways and means to pull us up. But the problem is the condition is so conditioning actually in this world. The conditioning is so conditioning that it is difficult to develop that state. It's conditioning. Because Prakriti is always there to pull. One side Krishna wants to pull this side, Prakriti wants to pull this side. But Krishna is finding ways and means. No, Krishna is very independent. He only, just like I'll give this example. Mother Draupadi, she was actually looking towards so many people. Yudhishthira Maharaj, Bhishmadev, Dronacharya, for help. But none of them were helping. None of them could help. And then she was trying to find various ways and means. She was trying to hold her sari tightly. That's also not possible. She was looking around if somebody can help her. She's in a dire situation. And then she felt, I can't do this by myself. She got that conviction. I can't do this, Lord. No, if you want me to be naked, I'll be naked. But I can't do this. And she cried out, Hey Krishna, hey Govinda, please help. Immediately Krishna came. Immediately, within a moment, within a moment. Because that is a life and death situation. So, dear devotees, we might not get that situation, but we might get some other situations. In those situations, if you are depending more on the Lord, that is what we need to aspire. This is a day for that. Go and we should pray out. Please help, my dear Lord. Really, I require this. I need this. Without this, I cannot. Please help. And when we cry out, and then this is the only way, dear devotees. By submitting ourselves, Trinalapi Sunichena, Taroriva Shamanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. This is a way for submission, for our submission. One should be humble than the blade of the grass, more tolerant than the tree. Only if a person is humble, then he can become tolerant. Person is not humble, he cannot be tolerant. Humility comes through giving up our attachments of this world. Humility comes through the acceptance of the teachings of the Lord. Humility comes through that, yes, Lord is descending. Lord descended. He's coming today. He came today. And is ready to come. He's there in the heart. As Paramatma, sitting in the heart. checking our desires, checking our feelings. Is there, is available. If we think he's available, he's there. If we think he's not available, he's not there. He's there for them who feels that he's there. He's not there for them who doesn't feel he's there. It's the conviction, it's the acceptance in the heart, which is what confirming us that he's there. Very important. Otherwise, there is no question of acceptance related to what is here. There is no question of knowing the Lord. Then we cannot understand that he is independent in every respect. He is actually. He's so independent that he comes only one in a day of Brahma. Hare Krishna. You know what is a day of a Brahma? Cannot, cannot understand. Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years. Dwapar Yuga is double that. Treta Yuga is 3 times that. Satya Yuga is 4 times that. If you sum up all of these things and multiply into 1,000, when you sum up all of this one, that is Chatur Yuga. 4 yugas combined. You know how many years? Very big number. 4,32,000 years plus 4,32,000 years into 2 plus 4,32,000 years into 3 plus 4,32,000 years into 4. When you add up, this is Chatur Yuga. When you multiply with 1,000, that is one day of Brahma. And Krishna comes once in that day. And Krishna came 5,000 years ago. That means that's if you compare that to that Brahma day, Krishna came yesterday only. We feel like Krishna came now. Because 5,000 years ago, when you compare to that, is very little. And today, he descended. And then he only comes in one day once. That means all the 999 other Chaturyugas, Krishna doesn't come. Only this Dwapar Yuga, Krishna will come. Just think about this, how fortunate we are. Just like there's a lottery, right? In America, they have different lotteries. I don't know their names. So when one hits the lottery, a lot of people at office would tell, I do not, I do not get the lottery. They always say jokingly. So it's far more than that, dear devotees. Today, what we are, not just today, the process in which we are connected, far more than that. Cannot understand. We cannot put it in words. Just imagine if you are born in the other Kali Yuga, which is not this Kali Yuga. There is no scope for going to Goloka. In that Kali Yuga, there is no scope. Because in that Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't come. In that Kali Yuga, Srila Prabhupada doesn't come. That means there is no access to Goloka. Please understand this. How fortunate we are. I always think about how fortunate we are. To think about the Lord, to participate in these festivals, to know about Him. How fortunate we are. Very fortunate. Actually. If Srila Prabhupada did not establish his temples, where do we go? We go to some place, do some nonsense? Yeah, that is what we would have done. But how grateful we should be. Right? We have these temples. Those are our hope. Those are our shelter. Should go there profusely, go there, serve, pray for that mood. Today is the day. Don't see which Mataji is doing which wearing which dress. No, why? Don't. We shouldn't dwell into those things. Do not discuss any of the other things. No material aspects to be discussed today. Simply discuss about the Lord and His pastimes. Simply, if you have time, chant Hare Krishna. If you have more time, just do some service. If you have more time, just hear. This is what we need to do. Entire day, try seeing that entire day is used in this way. Fully utilize these days. This is what I'm aspiring today. It's important. Our aspiration should be, we should have goals and aspirations on these special days. Do not do anything else. Keep that cell phone aside. Just absorb in the process. I was not planning to read this shloka. So now I opened, this came. Very beautiful. Independent personality of Godhead. The Lord is independent. He is independent. He gave us also independence. Krishna is independent. But he gave us also, just like a father, he gives the son some property or, money, wealth, as because he is his son, right? The father would give. So likewise, Krishna is our father. He also gives, just like he is independent personality of Godhead, supreme personality of Godhead. Prabhupada very beautifully writes actually. Yatatma Tantra Bhagavan. Yatatma Tantra Bhagavan. Vikriti Atma Maya is a supreme independent personality of Godhead. That means that independent personality of Godhead is also giving us that independence. Now it is our choices how we are using that independence. We can go to the temple, be absorbed there. We can stay at the home, be absorbed through the process of Shravana and Kirtana. Can do. So, this independence is there. We have opportunity to do. Now it is up to us what we want to do. If we have this desire of being absorbed completely all day and then praying for the Lord, for His mercy, then Yetamam propadyante tamsa bhajanam. Krishna reciprocates. If we do one step, he comes 100 steps for us because he's more eager than us. Just like Narsingadev was very eager to come. He was trying to figure out which side he will show, which side Prahlad Maharaj will show. Will he show towards this pillar or that pillar or the other pillar or somewhere else? Oh, Narsingadev is kind of figuring out where Prahlad will show because he is very eager to come out. He has to rip off Hiranyakashipu. He is very eager to come out. He wants to jump. Likewise, Lord is very eager to come. He's very eager to reciprocate in our heart. He's very eager to transform our consciousness. He's readily available. And so do our acharyas. Very eager to uplift us. Very eager. Just see these lines. Very beautiful. Maharaj Parikshit desired to know more perfectly for a pure devotee ought to know well. This is because that is his desire. Parikshit Maharaj's desire is what? To know more about the Lord. He doesn't want to discuss about any mundane politics. No. That's because there's no existence in that. Dead matter, what can dead matter give happiness? Dead matter, this dead matter. Punah punah charvita charvina. But this is nectar to be realized. So that Putana's desire, that small desire of Putana, that Krishna is, she felt Krishna is her son. And Krishna reciprocated accordingly. She gave her that position. He gave her that position of the mother in the spiritual world. Very beautiful. Motherly affection, just like all the Brijavasis, they felt that Krishna should be with me. Just like when Mother Yashoda is with Krishna, they all felt that Krishna also should be with us. Krishna also should be with us. That's their desire, pure desire. See, this is a pure state, dear devotee. This comes after surrender, after submissive, after being submissive, after completely purifying our heart. This pastime is that completely purified. Now we are aspiring for that state. We know that we are not yet there, but we are aspiring for that. Having a desire, is it bad to have that desire? No, we should have that desire. No, sadhaka should have a desire that, yes, my dear Lord, I want to surrender. Yes, my dear Lord, I want to submit. Yes, my dear Lord, I want to do pure devotion. This is a desire. Just like Putana had a desire that, yes, he is my son. What- That means Krishna will see Putana once one way and us one way. No. He sees everyone equally. And then he's partial to his devotees. That means becoming a devotee is good for us. Because that is what Srila Prabhupada wanted us to become. Prabhupada says, by hook or crook, do pure devotion. Aspire for that. So when we have that desire, Krishna will give facilities. So, dear devotee, we should be very careful before desiring something from the Lord. The first thing is it should not be anything material. Now, he will fulfill that also. But when he gives that, he will not give pure devotion. Because for pure devotion, he will check. Because what is pure devotion? He has to come himself. His devotees, we have to serve them. So he'll always check. So use these days, we should use these days as an opportunity to reflect more, to connect more. If we do not use these days like this, then Janmashtami will come. We say Happy Janmashtami and then we continue doing our stuff in this world. And then on the other side, time is out. Time is also running out. Time is running out in our life. Don't we see time is running out? Yeah. Is that not right? Yes. Time is running out. Profusely we should call out for the mercy, for shelter, protection. Now, who calls for mercy? For example, there's a beggar on the street. For example, he's just acting. He's not like a beggar. He has a lot of money, but he's sitting there. He's technically not a beggar. That means he's not in his natural state. He's not a beggar, but he's begging. Do you think that begging will affect the other person? No, because he's just begging, but he's not begging. Likewise, when we just chant, not to chant, or when we just hear, not to hear, then that is not real hearing or real chanting. Because that feeling is not there. So sad, actually. Yes, that feeling is not there. Now we need to take this opportunity and then cry out for that feeling. And today is the day for that. Use it. Again, this day to come, it has to go through 365 days. It means we have to wait that many days again for this day to come. So use it for use. We should aspire, use this fully so that we can connect more and move forward in our Krishna consciousness. So that desire which Putana had, we can also have that desire. And our desire will deepen through association. Just like Putana's desire deepened through the presence of the Lord, our desire can be deepened through the association of pure devotees. Very important. If you are always in that kind of an association where we are getting inspiration to continue our Krishna consciousness, that is the greatest shelter for us. That is like taking association of the Lord. That is like taking association of our acharyas. Because what are we doing? We are not creating something new. We are not manifesting, oh, let us try something new in this year for Krishna for Janmashtami. No, we are not doing any of those things. We are simply trying to be observed whatever acharyas are giving us. And then do our services. This we need to aspire. Hare Krishna. So would like to stop here. Anyone would like to add anything or share anything, any reflections, any questions, any clarity? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Yes, Praveen Prabhu, please.
So, but you said that when Krishna gives material benefits, he'll not give pure devotion. But I have seen many materially affluent, devotees who are applying their material possessions in Krishna's service, and they are good, very good devotees. So I really didn't understand that if Krishna blesses you with material benefits, will he take away our pure devotion? What's the idea?
Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you. Actually, one time a devotee asked this question. Oh, Krishna is giving me so many things. He's giving me a lot of wealth. Is that good or bad? Many years back, one devotee asked to a senior Vaishnava. And then the Vaishnava said very nicely, yes, material things are coming, but we should be very careful. We should be very careful that whether we are using that things in the service of the Lord. If you are using that in the service of the Lord, dear Prabhu, then that will eventually lead to pure devotion. But the problem comes when we are not using that in the service of the Lord. As you mentioned that there are devotees where they are materially strong, and then they're also, that doesn't mean that if they are using that in the service of the Lord, that means working for Krishna Prabhu in a very simple way. If you are working for Krishna, then what happens is that gives an opportunity for us to come into the plane of pure devotion. When Karma Yoga is done, Karma Yoga means just working for Krishna. That means when that is done, that means using our assets in the service of the Lord, using the money in the service of the Lord. As per what acharyas are giving, as per what acharyas are telling. When we do that, then that will eventually lead to pure devotion. Now, what am I saying? When we are praying for that material assets, and then using those material assets for our happiness, for them, Krishna will not give pure devotion. Making sense, bro?
Yep. Thank you, Prabhuji. Why I asked you this question was because I've heard a comment by one senior person. He said, "Oh, he's very affluent. He's not a good devotee." So I said, "Why are you saying? He's using so much of his material wealth for Krishna." So that's why I asked you this question. But thank you for explaining, Prabhuji.
Yeah. The 50% of the salary, if it is used in the service of the Lord, oh, is a good. He is using as per Rupa Goswami's instruction, as per what Srila Prabhupada told us. If we are using it, oh, as you said, if the devotee is doing that, oh, is great. It's great. And actually, he will get more shelter because what is he doing? He's spending that in the service of the Lord. Because now the person who is doing that, as you just mentioned, right, about the devotee, if he is doing that 50%, then what happens, Prabhu? He does not see Krishna. Obviously, he did not see Krishna, but he is believing the words of the acharyas and then doing it. Then you know what happens? Strong faith develops in his heart, which even the other person will not know. He will be very strong internally. His heart will be very strong. And then slowly, because as he's working for Krishna, slowly, naturally in his heart surrender comes. And then through that attitude, he will do pure devotion. Now, to that senior devotee who told that he is not a devotee, now his side is also this thing. Now he is thinking like that he's not using this in the service of the Lord. That is the reason why he told that he will not get pure devotion. So he is also correct from his side. But if this devotee is doing like this, fully, core to the heart, then he's actually working for Krishna. That means he's a great karma yogi. He's doing it for the pleasure of the Lord, and eventually he'll do pure devotion. Because whatever actions, for example, we are a software engineer, we are working and we are actually spending our assets in the service of the Lord. Then, even though you are going to the office, you're a great devotee because you are using it in the service of the Lord. Now, what is the problem is? Problem is not to have material wealth. Whatever, see, through our karma, we will get. For example, through your karma, you'll get a lottery. That you'll get. You'll get like $1 million in lottery through karma. Or you invested. Generally, devotees don't invest, but just I'm giving an example. For example, if a person invests in stock and then that company, oh, it grown like 100 times. That means he invested 10,000, that became like 500,000. We don't know. Now the opulences are coming, but what am I doing with that? That is the thing. Because as per our karma, we get it. But through our karma, what are we doing with that? If you are doing something else other than that means now we have karmic, through our good karma, we received this. Now again, if you are engaging this in our sense gratification, then what happens? Negative karma will come. That means that is the reason why that senior Vaishnava has told that he will not get pure devotion, because if that money is used in something else other than Krishna consciousness, then pure devotion will not. So in what way we are selecting? This is the independence, right? Krishna is a personality of Godhead. He is independent. Likewise, he gave us also independence. So that means the process of Krishna consciousness is a voluntary process. How we are using our independence, that is where the progress is. If we are using our independence for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna, for their happiness, then that is right. But if you are not using that, then we will not get that is the reason we cannot relish the process, because there are still unwanted things in the heart. Krishna will not give Siddhanam just like that. We have to work on it. Just like a person will not become a Java architect in a day or two, or a developer in a day or two, or a doctor. He has to work for it. Likewise, this we have to work. Work means whatever acharyas are telling we should do. And these are the days to pray for that. Now, why these appearance days of the Lord and his devotees will come? Because for the prayerful mood, to cultivate that. Making sense, Praveen Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. I have one more question.
Please.
So we know about Ronaldo. He's very rich and he's very popular
Is it
for.
a
Yeah.
cricket player?
No,
Like
no,
a,
football player.
right, okay.
And he is well known for his focus and discipline in his life.
Obviously.
And he recently started chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Okay.
So people said that with his focus and discipline, he will be chanting very nicely because he is very well known for his great focus. So, but he doesn't follow our four regulative principles or whatever. Like he eats whatever he is doing with his life. So, such a person, what would be his fate?
Yeah, unless and until one follows instructions of acharyas, there is no progress. Period. He can chant for a million lifetimes. He will not see any progress.
Okay.
Forget about him, Prabhu. Forget, just see us. We can see ourselves also. We will not make progress if we are not fully following the instructions of the acharyas. No way we can come out of anartha nivritti. It's a very thick layer. That only happens when we fully follow the instructions of our acharyas. Whatever Srila Prabhupada says, we should follow under guidance nicely. We should have guidance. When we follow those instructions under proper guidance, also we should have a trainer in our life. He should train us. He should tell you should do like this, you should do like that. Arey, this Ronaldo, doesn't he have a trainer? He has a trainer. From how he got that focus? Through the trainer. Otherwise, how would he know? Likewise, when we have trainer in our life, when we understand that trainer should tell continuously, follow the instructions of acharyas. And when our mind is convinced with that, then we will make progress. Until that point of time, it's a struggle for us. Krishna consciousness will be a struggle. That means we might continue, but the process will not give more happiness, more satisfaction to the heart. That only comes when we take their instructions as our life and soul. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Maharaj says this, which Srila Prabhupada reiterates. He says, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Maharaj, who is a Manjari, came from the spiritual world. He is not ordinary person, directly descended from the spiritual world. Now, his Guru Ashtakam prayers we recite every day in the morning. He chanted that. He wrote that prayers. And then he writes what should be the attitude of a disciple. The attitude of the disciple should be in this way that he should have a spiritual master and then he should receive instruction from him. After receiving the instruction from him, that should be his life and soul. That means no matter what happens, that is his life and soul. Now, when he has this attitude, Krishna will make arrangements in his life. This is my experience. Krishna will make arrangements in one's life and he ensures that that aspiration is continued in devotee's life. This is how Krishna comes. This is how Krishna comes. Because when the disciple is eager to follow the instructions of the Acharya and the spiritual master, then what happens? Krishna personally comes to that disciple. And then he will change situations and circumstances in his life so that thing is being taken care of. That means the Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, desire is ours, but it is fulfilled by the Lord. Vyavasayatmika Buddhi eke kurunandana bahushaka anantasa buddhi aveshayana. When the disciple has that desire of Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, this is my only thing in my life, then for him, Krishna personally comes and ensures that that thing is fulfilled. So it requires that connection deeply. Praveen Govind Prabhu, is that okay?
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Nice question. Happy Janmashtami.
Happy Janmashtami, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Can I see your face, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. I'm here. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Anyone else would like to add? Otherwise, we'll
Hare Krishna
stop.
Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much
Hare
for
Krishna. Hare
that
Krishna.
on this special day of Janmashtami. And very nicely you explained this verse. And I would like to add in the Prabhuji's question that if he's chanting, that chanting will make him to follow the co-regulative principles and everything. So that's how everyone starts, right, Prabhuji? Because many people they are non-vegetarian, and but when they start chanting, make it happen. So I'm so happy that he's chanting. So yes, and he will come to that stage one day to follow his instructions of the spiritual master or the four regulatory principles and his instructor. So thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Anyone else?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Wish you a happy
Thank you,
Krishna
Prabhu.
Janmashtami and everyone on the call. It was very
Happy
nice to hear
Janmashtami.
you. Such wonderful realizations from your practical experiences. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nice to see you, Nikunja Prabhu.
Hare Bol. I just thought of seeing you also. Thank you.
Yesterday I was thinking about all the days at New Vrindavan. Then
Hare Bol.
the moment I see you, I was able to remember. This is the beauty of the process.
Yes, Prabhuji.
When we stay in the association of devotees, and then when we serve together, and then the moment we again see them, then we remember all of those days, and all the services. It gives very happiness to the heart, because if devotees are not there, then who will give us service? I always think if devotees are not there, who will give us, who will, you know, who will help us move forward in Krishna consciousness? So I was just reflecting on that, how fortunate we are all to get connected to the moment. We should strive to become more and more sincere to follow the instructions of our acharyas. Prabhupada will be very happy if you do that. Hare Krishna.
So yeah, I agree. What you say, actually, I remember it was long time back, maybe 15 years before we went to one of the home programs, and there was one senior devotee, and there were some other, families. There were some material concoction, like this Babaji, that Babaji, or maybe like even someone discussed about many other saints, then that senior Prabhu who gave the class there, he just said one. Srila Prabhupada has given us so much, so much. If anyone on this planet follows his instruction, then there is no way he will go imperfect. Everything will go perfect in Krishna consciousness. That's what was a clear message.
Correct.
That is very much right from what we are preaching. Yeah. Hare
He's
Krishna.
our life and soul. He's our life and soul. And whoever comes to his movement, one day eventually he has to follow that. anyone who's chanting, as Prabhu was mentioning, Praveen Prabhu was mentioning,
Yes.
that so-called football player.
Yes,
He
Prabhuji.
might
Praveen
be,
was,
he might
yeah.
be, he might be great in materially, spiritually. He has to follow the
Yes.
instructions of the acharyas, this life or next life. Then he'll see progress in his process. Because even chanting of Hare Krishna, who told us to chant Hare Krishna? Ab bataiye, who told us to chant Hare Krishna? If Prabhupada didn't come, how would we know that we
Yeah.
need to chant Hare Krishna? Yes, chanting of Hare Krishna purifies, but who told us that the chanting of Hare Krishna will purify us? Our acharyas.
Yes.
Chanting of Hare Krishna is great, but how we should chant Hare Krishna, how we should purify our consciousness, how we should change our mentality, how we should transform from Shuddhanam, from Namaparad to Namabhas, Namabhas to Shuddhanam. Who is helping all this? For this we require Acharya. For this we require association. Otherwise, when we commit offenses, because unless and until we understand the Acharyas, we will commit offenses to the holy names. You know why I said it will take millions of lifetimes? Even if it's chanting, because the chanting is with offenses.
Yeah.
Because if offenses are purified, then only one will come to the next stage. For example, I'm looking water somewhere else. I'm looking water in the desert. Will I get water in the desert? I will never get water in the desert. I need to go to the city to get water. I cannot get in the desert. That means millions of lifetimes you are looking in the desert. Do we get it? No. Somehow through the desert, Lord has to descend personally and then he should give some water. Otherwise, he'll be stuck there. So it is very important if the person is connecting to the movement, he need to know about the glories of our acharyas, especially Srila Prabhupada. It's very important. Because if a person is doing the actions and activities of services for their happiness, then his advancement is quick. Because that becomes devotion. Just like we discussed, right? Working for Krishna. That is important. Though if one is working for Krishna, if Krishna is giving a lot of wealth, then that has to be used in his service. To see progress. Hare Krishna. Thank you. We'll stop here unless anyone else has anything to add. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much.
Hare
If
Krishna.
I caused any inconvenience through my words, please excuse me. Hare Krishna.
No, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Panchakalpatarvesha
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
patitanam
Pavani
namo
Namo
namo.
Namah.
Vaishnavibhyo
Anant Koti Vaishnava ki jai. Namaste.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Jai.
प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी महोत्सव की जय,
Jai.
ग्रेस नील गोविंद दास प्रभु की जय।
Jai.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you.
धन्यवाद प्रणाम। हरे कृष्णा।
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Gopinath.
The recording.